Morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day today. Hi, Everyday Treasure, Mr. E.T., and I know Sandra's there somewhere. Hi, Joyanne. How are y'all today? If y'all will, please smash that like and share this out. I got to clear some of this off my page here because I got a lot of tabs open. I am doing great today. God woke me up this morning. That's all I need. Good morning, Sandy. My computer is really wanting to go slow this morning. I'm so dang tired this morning, can't shake it. I'm a little tired, but and I woke up again this morning a little sore. We were pretty busy last night, and I was training on a different side last night, and it's more back and forth. Plus, I'm a person that says if you got time to lean, you got time to clean. And so I did a lot of cleaning last night. And they were doing other cleaning, so. Morning, Betty. How too cool for Benchy. Western Australia. Welcome. And it took me a little while to go to sleep last night. It always takes me a while to wind down after coming home from work. I've always been that way. If y'all will, please like and share everywhere. I would appreciate it. Betty, you're off today, aren't you? I'm glad you did, Betty. I will have to watch it later. I didn't get off till about 10:15, 10:30 last night. So I had to miss it. I don't have no Wi-Fi up there, so well, I can't get on my phone really anyway, but I still don't have no Wi-Fi even if I wanted to. You have another dentist appointment, Batty? I told you to lay off them Twinkies. Wow. I feel for you. Man, your dentist is making some money. Yep. Well, I hope they fix it. Well, you have a good night, Too Cool for Banshee. Glad that you stopped in. I know it's late over there. I'm going to let a few more people come in before we get started. Well, I'll be praying for you, Batty, and I hope it feels better soon. Toothaches are something I just cannot handle. Toothache, not toothache. A toothache, an earache, a headache. Those three. Anything from like the neck up, I can't handle that kind of pain. Glad it's Friday. I bet you are. I have to work tonight, and then I'm off tomorrow day, but tomorrow night I have to take some classes on the computer, and then I work Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, I did, Batty. He is such a sweetheart. I'm telling you, I absolutely love him. And that's one good thing, Batty, about tagging the creators in it, because then they'll come around and then hopefully they'll share them out. Any aches so bad, yeah. I don't know why this chat's not moving up. There we go. So today's case that we're going to be discussing may need to include some trigger warnings, because it is a very sensitive case. Definitely, Joyanne. And I decided that last night too. It was probably 100 degrees in that kitchen last night because it was hot outside too, and the ACs broke up there. But they have these little mini ACs that they got all over, and it helps too. You can go stand in front of it for a little bit and cool down. But when you're around them grills and them fryers and all that, it is so hot. And I sweated so much last night. It'll definitely help me lose some of this weight I've gained from being in the truck and stuff, but I definitely need to drink lots of water. Get me some Gatorade or something. Something that'll help. Because I noticed that last night too. I kind of felt like I was cramping up a little bit. Which I know a lot of the cramping is too, because I haven't used a lot of these muscles in a while. Oh my Lord, Batty. You're a dork. Wrong kind of trigger. I'm really surprised they let you type in pew pew. Because usually they block that word. So I'm going to go ahead and go do our prayer list. Batty will add you to the prayer list so you can get something done with that tooth. All right. So we have me and Coty, please. Just get a gator and let... Oh, gross, Batty. Blech. All right, please keep Coty and I in your prayers, as always. My oldest daughter, Victoria. and my youngest daughter, Layne. Let's keep her in your prayers too. She's up at her job fighting them right now because they switched owners, and the last 2 times they're supposed to get paid, they hadn't got paid until like a week later. So she's up there with everybody else fighting. Keep my mom and dad in your prayers. My Twinkie, keep her in your prayers, and also her mom and dad, and then the rest of her family as well. Slim, Casey, Kayla, all of them. Cameron, Jenny's Aunt Carol, also Jenny and Pat. Prayers for their car. They hit a deer the other day, and they're having trouble with the insurance deal. Keep them in your prayers. Kimberly Adair, Kimberly Lemons, and Savannah Nell, my sister-in-law and my friend. Prayers for the lost in their family. Everyday Treasure and his family. Charmaine and Aaliyah. VodkaVamp and her mom and her kids. Joyanne, keep her and her son in your prayers always. Jen from Eddie and Jen Vlogs and Then Some. Ghost Mafia's friends and family. Sarah Hardy. Sandra's dad Andre and her husband Eric. Tammy's dad, that is Michigander Man's wife Tammy. Her dad has been diagnosed with cancer. My cousin Michelle, also Michelle Kuhn. Wendy, Amanda B's parents and her boys, and for her. Jen from Taro and T, and also Fluffy. Loretta Houston, Louisa, Jenna, aka Honeybubs, Donnie and his family. Cheryl and Buck are asking for prayers for someone they know, and God knows why. Layne and Sky, keep them in your prayers. They're finally moved, but as they're settling into their new place and everything. And also Batrican for his tooth. Hopefully he gets something done for that pain. And also for his Twinkie addiction and his Batman addiction. He personally asked for those prayers. Dear Heavenly Father, please hear our prayers for the sick members in our community and for all those in need. You know what those needs are. Show your mercy as you close wounds, cure illness, and make broken souls whole again. Thank you for the amazing people in this community who are constantly battling for those around them. Thank you for the people you have put in our path. We thank you for all that you do and all that you are. In your name, amen. All right. So, this week's, also, if you have a prayer or anything that you want to add, please do so. Good morning, Florina. This week's bi-weekly creator shout out is Everyday Treasure. His link is down in the description below, and he also is in the chat, so when he comments, if you're a mod, you can click on the dots and go to his channel. If not, go check out his channel. It's called Everyday Treasures, and he does lots of different stuff on there. And make sure you let him know that Amy sent you. Trying to write all this down. Okay. Also, we will be doing the Get It From My Mama live stream right after this one on this channel. I don't know why the other channel continuously gives us so much trouble, but it is, and it's annoying. And I don't like doing live streams and stuff on a channel where I cannot control things. So we're just going to do it over here again. No, we ain't telling them Batrican sent them. Because I sent them. Batrican sent them to the dentist. So if you want to get a bi-weekly shout out, then go over to our Facebook group, Conversations with the Curious. Invite 5 of your friends and then comment that you did underneath the post about inviting your friends, and then we will put you in. You don't even have to have a channel to do so. You can pick your favorite channel to shout out, and you'll also be shouted out as well. All right, so again, Not like Batty said, wrong trigger, but this show today may have some trigger warnings. So after I read the first paragraph or whatever, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about, and then you can go from there and decide whether or not you want to listen. But this is a very sensitive case and does involve a baby and pregnancy and mental issues. And I don't really like doing ones with kids and stuff, but there's so many cases out there now that have kids in them, so I was the same way when I was doing the paranormal. I didn't like doing places with a lot of kids, or because it's just sad. Congratulations for what, Batty? And I can only imagine what this is going to be. No. No, 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 no. I am not having a baby. That, my baby maker was taken out a long time ago. When I was 22, I don't got to worry about all that. I ain't even about starting over. I want grandbabies, not a baby. Hi, David. How are you? David, as you can see, I believe you were gifted a membership Wednesday, I mean. No, you're as short as a baby. Right, everybody, please share this out. I hate like doing it like I did this morning. I had to hurry up and get the live set up because I wasn't able to do it yesterday. And so when it's not set up like well before, the notifications are horrible. Ha ha ha, Florida. Oh. Let's see. Trying to make sure there was no more announcements that we need to make. I don't think there is. Saturday, probably evening time, I may do a TikTok live. So we'll see how that goes. Let me go share this some more. This is... YouTube and their notifications are not the best. I really don't want to start doing the straight up and down, the vertical live streams again, but it seemed like we were getting decent views with that, and then also we were actually getting some new subscribers and stuff. And now it just seems like since we've been doing the StreamYards again that we're losing subs, and we don't get hardly, but maybe 10 people in at a time. Lucky to get 50, 60 views. So we may be going back to the other one. I really didn't want to because I don't like the way that looks. So we'll see. All right. Saturday afternoon, I'm going to our county fair, eat some good food. Ooh, fair food is always good. Yum, yum. You caught Bigfoot going through your yard last night? Did you get it on camera? But, oh my Lord, E.T. Hi, Nick. Good morning. I kind of had a feeling you were going to say something like that. I was going to say, you sure it wasn't Rob? But, yeah. Never know when to take you serious. I knew it wasn't Batty because you didn't say gnome. You said Bigfoot. Now, if you would have said we caught a gnome going through our yard last night, then maybe I would have said Batty. All right, guys. So this case that we're going to be talking about today, it's really sad. It's heartbreaking. But there's a woman named Layne. She was 35 years old. And she was previously a mom. I said what I said, Daddy. She was previously a mom, but her child passed due to a accidental drowning. Now, after finding out a lot of the mom's mental issues, it kind of concerns me whether or not the whole drowning deal was accidental, but that's just my opinion. There's nothing stating she was never charged with that. So don't come at me, anyone. That's my opinion and my opinion only. There is no fact stating that. So, yeah. We'll say that. But she did have a child that passed away. My hair is poofy today. Now, her boyfriend or her husband that she had at that time, and even her mother, said that she wanted to be pregnant so bad, and she was having a very hard time with it and not being able to get pregnant. No, Batty. So, she told her husband she was pregnant. Thank you, Florina. And she went along with this the whole way. Batty, go to the dentist, and I hope you have to have a root canal. She would not allow her husband to go to her doctor's appointments. When in all actuality, she never went to the doctor. And she even told some people that she was not going to the doctor because she didn't think she needed to. She didn't trust doctors and whatnot. And there was even a doula who she had spoke to, and she told her that she was not going to the doctor. And so the woman even went online asking for advice from other females, saying, what should I do something, because that is now a law and it's considered what is it, abuse to a unborn child if you don't go to the doctor while you're pregnant. Good morning, Sam. So, but she would never allow her husband. There was never any sonogram pictures or anything. So she was supposed to be due 1 month, and then she said, "Oh, the doctor said it's next month." So then it was the next month. Well, then it came up mid the month after that, and she said, "Oh no, the baby's due this month." So she kept changing the date, the due date, which started making no sense to a lot of people around her because they added up, what was going on. So she was in such a panic because she was not, in fact, pregnant. Hello, Faith. How are you? That she came up with a plan to steal a baby to become hers. So she put out a Craigslist ad, and she ended up meeting up with Michelle Wilkins. So Danelle Layne was a former nurse's aide. So I guess she thought she knew a lot about medical when she didn't. And when Michelle came to her house, Danelle attacked her. She threw her into a bedroom, threw her on a bed, and tried smothering her with a pillow. When that didn't work, she hit her over the head with a lava lamp, and then she took pieces of the glass from the lava lamp and started stabbing her with it. And because Michelle was so concerned about her unborn baby, she continued to fight. So then Danelle chokes her, and Michelle blacks out. So in this time that she's blacked out, Danelle takes the glass and cuts open Michelle from hip to hip and removes the baby. Now, while she's doing this, or right after she's doing this, her husband comes home. And so when her husband comes home, he sees all the blood on her and he sees a baby in her hands, and she tries to tell him that she had a miscarriage. So they rush to the hospital, whatever. Well, she believes in her mind that Michelle is gone. She has no doubt in her mind that Michelle's gone. But Michelle woke up, realizing that she is cut from hip to hip, cut open, realizing that her baby's gone, and then realizing that her whole insides are out of her body. Somehow she manages to go and call 911. And miraculously, she survives. However, her baby girl does not. And at the hospital, they realize there's no way she just had a baby. There's no signs of her actually having a baby. And so then the questions start happening. Well, the police go to the hospital. They confront her about it. So then Danelle changes her story. She says that she put a Craigslist ad up, and that Michelle came and attacked her. And she was defending herself. And in the midst of defending herself, she thought she had unalived Michelle, and decided to cut the baby out because she didn't want the baby to be unalived as well. So the baby born 2.5 months early does not make it. It's a baby girl. She does not make it. So they arrest Danelle because she knowingly left Michelle there. Thinking she was dead, but if she wasn't, leaving her too unalive. Because all the blood and everything else that she was losing. Michelle said that when she woke up that she could feel how soaking wet she was from all the blood. And all of her insides were outside of her body. But she also stated that even though all this had happened, she was in such shock and disbelief that she didn't feel a lot at that moment. So she didn't realize how badly she was injured. She was stabbed multiple times. She had been choked out several times, you know, and she had been beaten in the face, in the head. So she had a lot of injuries on her body that she didn't even realize until they got to the hospital. Also, Danelle had researched how to do a C-section. And even the incision the doctor said on Michelle was something they would normally do. And so there's a little gnat. So whatever, she had been researching it so long and watching videos and stuff, so she knew exactly. So this was premeditated. Like, she knew she was going to take a baby from someone. And this was even back as far as her saying when she was about 7-8 months pregnant. So she knew that somewhere along the line she was going to have to get a baby to make her husband believe that she actually had the baby. But I still can't believe how she thought she was going to get away with saying that Michelle attacked her. But her mother even reported, Danelle's mother even reported at the trial that Danelle was so desperate to have another child that they felt like she would go to great lengths to have another one. So when they found out she was pregnant, they thought all that was beyond them. So Layne was found guilty, of course. Danelle Layne was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault, 2 counts of second-degree assault, and the unlawful termination of a pregnancy. This infuriates me. The prosecutors did not pursue murder charges for the unborn child because Colorado State does not recognize a fetus as a person unless it is capable of surviving for a period of time outside the womb. So, it was not this baby's fault that it was taken out of the womb early. It was not this mother's fault that the baby was taken out of the womb early. So, that to me is murder. I believe they should have fought for that. Hi, Andre. They should have fought for that baby. But instead, they didn't. However, she did receive 100 years in prison. So she did receive the life sentence without the eligibility of parole. But still, that just makes me so angry that they didn't even try. And honestly, if they did try and then they lost it or whatever, then that could have been bad for, Michelle and them. They may not have. But could you imagine the like just the agony this woman went through. Not knowing where her child was, not knowing if it was alive or dead, and, you know, just pure unbelief that you're laying there in this when you were just trying to help somebody out. It makes no sense to me at all. But apparently this woman had all kinds of mental problems and stuff. So I believe she was able to have another one after all was said and done. But I'm not completely 100% sure. They wanted me to do that with Layne as well, Joyanne, because they said I wouldn't be able to carry her full term. I carried her 7.5 months. And so this woman was 7.5 months pregnant when her baby was taken from her. I know Layne was small, but she was still alive. She was still, you know, there. She had a lot of health issues and everything, but so to have a baby that was Layne's size be born and then just to die, you know, it's heartbreaking. I can't, I don't like doing these ones like this. That's why I try to keep them short, because they break my heart. But the judge said that she deserved the maximum penalty and that she has lost the privilege to live in our society. I can't believe that. Could you? I just. This is why also too why you don't answer Craigslist ads. Craigslist ads are sketchy as heck to me. And if I ever have to meet anybody, if I'm selling something or whatever, I meet them at a public place in the daylight, and I bring other people. I'm not. It's sketchy. You can't do that nowadays. There's too much going on in the world for you to be able to do that. Now, there has been 25 documented cases of fetal abduction. Oh, yeah, Sam. Layne was 4 pounds, 3 ounces. No, she was 4 pounds when she was born. And then she lost some weight while she was in the hospital there. So when we brought her home, she was 3 pounds, 7 ounces. But she was a fighter. She wanted the baby. She wanted to pretend like the baby was hers. I've seen, Joyanne, I've seen a 2-pound baby, and also seen, well, I've seen smaller than that too, but they didn't survive. But and I got to hold both of them. They were twins. But the other twins I seen that were in the NICU when Layne was there, they were 2 pounds, and they were so cute. They were so tiny. So out of the 25 documented cases of fetal abduction, excluding attempts, there has been 4 instances where the mothers survived and 13 where the fetuses survived. So out of the 25 cases, only 4 times of those 25 did the mom survive, and only 13 of those 25 times did the fetus survive. That's horrible. Oh. Oh, definitely Florina. Hi, Sarah. Oh, I bet you were. So your son was about 2 ounces bigger than Laney, so I know exactly what you. My mom held her, and my mom's a tiny lady, and Laney's head was at her elbow, and her feet were right at the palm of her hand. She was so little. All right, Batty, love you, and I hope you get something done with that tooth today. Exactly, E.T., it would be. Gary, you have not. Love you, Gary. My son came home with oxygen and a feeding tube. You're a great mama, Joyanne. God blesses those kind of babies with the perfect mamas. Batman, Batrican, which plays Batman merch. um, I always look pregnant, Gary. I've even had a couple at a gas station one time told me, they said, "Oh, how far along are you?" And I just kind of looked at them, and then it dawned on me what they were talking about. And I was like, "Oh, I'm 9 months." And they're like, "You look fantastic for 9 months." I was like, "Thank you." I hate, like, if, because I've done that before. I'll ask somebody, "Oh, how far along are you?" And they're like, "I'm not pregnant." And then it's like, "Oh, crap." So I kind of know that feeling. So I just went along with it and made myself feel better in the process. I mean, if you're going to get shamed like that, you might as well just get a compliment out of it. But what was weird is with both of my girls, I did not look pregnant at all until I was about, well, with Tori in my 9th month, whenever I was having trouble getting off the couch, that's when everybody was saying, "Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell you're pregnant now." With Lainey, I was about 6 months along, and you could definitely tell it. But with Lainey, I lost a lot of weight. I had a lot of health problems whenever I was pregnant with her, and I think I lost, which she was still growing. She was still healthy, but my body was losing weight instead of gaining it. Um, and I lost right after I had her. I ended up losing like another 30 pounds or so. I went down, I'd say probably 4 or 5 sizes after I had her. Oh yeah, I know of um, one that I believe has that, Florina, and they definitely do. Oh my Lord, ET, no. I had a lady at work rub my belly, and that's when I was due. I said, "I'm not pregnant, I'm just fat." Oh my Lord. I gained 35 pounds with you. But you're tiny, Sam. So I'm sure you could tell right away that you were pregnant. Oh, Lord, Gary, you growing a grown man in there or something? I was preeclampsia too, Joanne. And I had endometriosis and toxemia with Lainey. They were going to do a hysterectomy, And me and Coty, I got pregnant with Layne before me and Coty got married, but the night before our wedding, I started getting really sick. Like, we went out with Cody's brother and my sister, or ex-sister-in-law now, but we went out with them the night before the wedding, and had dinner and all that, and went and got some last minute stuff for the wedding, and I was getting very sick, very nauseous. And then we got back to our house, and we were getting married in front of our Christmas tree. It was a Christmas wedding. And my sister-in-law at that time said, let me see what you're wearing. So I went in there and I was trying it on to show her, and I was like, oh my God, the pants don't fit. So I should have known right then and there. But so I ended up having to go get some different pants for the wedding. And then so we got married, and then the next day I was like, I'm just gonna take a test just to rule it out. And as soon as I took the test, like, them lines come up bright. And I was like, oh crap. Because at that time I had already been told, you cannot have any more kids. Do not try to have any more kids. And then they told me that they thought it would be best if I didn't try to carry her. And I said no. I said, God wanted me pregnant, and I'm going to carry her as long as I can. And so we made it 7.5 months. I feel horrible that she had the problems that she had when she was younger. You know, we did lose her 4 times, and she was brought back, but I wouldn't trade her for the world now. She was definitely my miracle baby. Yeah, they always say it's okay, Joanne, until you're almost out of blood, and then they're like, oh crap. You got engaged on Christmas? Me and Coty got engaged in August. We got married in December. We were only together 6 months when we got married, but we had known each other forever. We were friends forever. And technically he didn't even really propose. He just said, do we have to be married for me to adopt Victoria? And I said, yes. And he's like, okay. And we've been together in December the 11th. We'll be together 25 years, or married 25 years. We've already been together 25 years. Sometimes you just know. Gary. And let me tell you, if you see her now, you would not have ever known that she was ever sick. Yep. When you know, you know. There's not. I didn't have any doubt at all marrying Coty. He's my second husband. I had full on doubt with the first one. And I should have listened to my inner self saying, stop, what the heck are you doing? I met my husband in November 2009, and we married August of 2010. And yes, you just know sometimes. Been married 14 years. And you have 2 kids, Sam? 2 boys? Or do you have a boy and a girl? My girls are 4 years and 1 day apart. We have 3 boys. Oh, I feel for you, girl. I don't know. Sometimes girls can be just as bad. But I've watched my nephews so much, and I'm just like, man, I'm so glad I didn't have boys. I think it's just because I had girls. If I would have had boys, it probably would have been different. But I knew girls. I just didn't know boys, and they were a lot different. 13, 10, and 3 just turned 4. So you basically started over too with that 3 or 4 year old. I've got several family members that had their oldest or their youngest child was in like late elementary school, middle school, and then they'd end up having another baby. I'm just like, there's no way I could start over. Be celebrating 40 years on the 7th of September. I married an angel, and yes, you know that it's different when you meet them. Yes, you do. Well, congratulations and happy anniversary for tomorrow, Gary. 40 years tomorrow. I hope you got her something nice. You're still newlyweds? How long have y'all been married, E.T.? You always felt like you'd be a boy mom? Yeah, it definitely is, Gary. I couldn't picture my life with anybody else. And, that's like my biggest fear is losing Cody. And I've even told my mom and everybody around me, if something ever happened to Cody, I I couldn't picture myself with anyone. Oh no, Joanne. That's my dad is 11 years older than my mom, and Lainey's boyfriend is 9 years older than her, and so there's a bit. I'm older than Cody by 2 months and 3 days, 4 days, 2 months and 4 days. So I'm 47. He's still 46. Exactly, Joanne. Exactly. If that's God's plan, then you'll know it. Oh, so y'all got married on 123, 123. Ah, but y'all been together longer than that, though. My dad is 12 years older than my stepmom. They had my little brother 16 years ago. When he was 3, someone asked if she was grandma to my brother and my one son at the time. Laugh out loud. She was mad. I don't. My daughter Lainey, her boyfriend has a little girl, and she's 4, and she is just so adorable, and her name's Danny. I call her baby girl, but she doesn't call us grandma or grandpa or anything right now. Of course, they're living together, but they're still just dating. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, and but she gave me a nickname, and it's she calls me Giraffe. I'm her giraffe, and I said she just stole my heart when she said that because she thinks I'm tall. Y'all been together 6 years. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought y'all had been together for a while. I said, that's perfect. So, Gary, what did you get your wife for y'all's 40th? Exactly, Joanne. It definitely can. Usually, when you're not looking, is when something slaps you in the face. Because, well, me and my first douchebag, we were only married 6 months, and then I realized I was not going to live that kind of life. I wasn't a woman that did mental, verbal, or physical abuse. And so, and then whenever he finally did leave, he took everything out of our house, our heaters, everything. And it was in the um, summertime, but he took everything that we had together, even my stuff. He took our stove, refrigerator, heaters, air conditioners, everything. And so I was away from him, got my divorce. I filed for divorce. Um, and then me and Coty, he was there for me, and then it just happened. Thank you, Andre. I appreciate that. So he was definitely put in my life for a reason. And I honestly believe that. Because he started asking me out when I was in 8th grade, and I kept telling him no because I was his friend. And like I told him before, if we would have got together then, we would not be together now because I was a different person then. Um, and the relationship wouldn't have been. We were 10 years apart, and I didn't have my daughter until I was 36. So do y'all just have the one daughter, ET? No, I'm glad I left him too. He was a, and I don't even know why. Like I said, I was a different person then, so I don't even know why I married him. No, the first definitely was not baddie. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm glad you're away from that too, Sam. Hi, Jonathan. How are you? That's those kind of relationships are very toxic, and if you don't get out, right away, um, it usually never ends well. So, well, that's true, Gary. Together we have 2 daughters and 2 sons. So y'all got best of both worlds. So this case that we did today was short, but it was. I'm glad it was short because I don't think I could have talked about that stuff for a very long period of time because it is triggering for a lot of people. Um, and I understand that completely. E.T. only has one daughter. So you got the bonus 2 sons and daughter. Sandra's a nurse, so I always check all my food. E.T. Oh my lord. Yeah, I can tell you about them nurses. I'm glad she didn't get away with it too. Um, that would have been horrible. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of this one, I think, and get the other one set up. Today we have a buy a superhero and a wheel spin, and you get a boo game free. I'm introducing the pumpkin game today. I don't know why I keep saying boo game because that's not the boo game. You get a pumpkin game today. I need to change that because the boo game I haven't started yet. But so if you want to do that, and the pumpkin game is going to be a $15 game. So the prizes will be awesome. They are elusive like Bigfoot. All right, guys. I love y'all. Y'all mean the world to us. We hope you know that. And we will see you here on this channel here in about 15 minutes for the game day. All right. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Happy anniversary, Gary, and your wife.